Hey guys, it is currently 9:23 in the morning on February 26th, and we're going to go ahead and talk about the 19th through the 24th. I am freezing cold right now, but also too hot to wear this flannel thing as an actual shirt, so I'm going to wear it like a blanket and do my best not to throw it off of me a million times because I'm also sweating to death, so it's been joyous. We'll start with the 19th again. February 19th, I wrote 118 words in Voice of the Wild Places Z, 1,052 in Untitled Mystery Scenes, 190 in Pittman's Legend Valiant Fighter, 170 in King of Darkness. I edited a work in progress video, which is probably one of the last videos I was able to edit, actually, and I'll get into that later. 2,086 words in the Letters from a Madman rewrite edit. Headed to bed around 10 a.m., woke up around 5:15. Sister came over, so I didn't get back to writing until after 9. My sister's coming over again tonight. I love my sister. I love my sister, but she's just suddenly coming over, and I don't understand the change. I like the change. I like having her over for supper. But I wish she would talk about what's actually going on at our father's and why she's actually coming over here, because I feel like it has something to do with that. And the fact that she's not talking about what's actually prompting this change is eating away at my head and my mind, and it's making focusing on things very difficult. Every single time that she comes over, it's difficult to focus again for like 3 days, and then she comes over again, so it's difficult to focus again. And it's not just difficult to focus on writing afterwards, it's difficult to focus on, like, everything, because my anxiety doesn't just carry over for my own problems, my anxiety carries over from other people's stuff, too. So, that's another thing that's been eating away at me. But anyway, after that, after she went back home, I wrote another 286 words in the Letters from Madman rewrite edit, and that brought my total for the 19th to 3,902 words. February 20th, I had a pretty bad eczema flare-up again, so no compression gloves, and also my fingers were all cracked and scratched and just nasty in general. I don't have any marks left right now, except for the spot on my one hand. You can sort of see a red ring there. And that's one of the things that my eczema does, but generally it creates like little tiny lacerations, lesions, something, I don't know what you'd call them, on my thumbs here, and all around my knuckles, but it's kind of like, you know when you use, one of those thingies, one of those little graters on like lemons, to get zest? A zester! Sometimes my eczema appears as like someone zested my knuckles, and it's just these little tiny scratches all over my knuckles and the back of my hands, and it makes typing very difficult, it makes moving my hands difficult in general, but currently my hands are okay. I'm testing out like 14 different lotions on my hands that I've never used before, so currently my hands haven't built up an intolerance to them, so currently it works just fine. But on the 20th, writing through the eczema, 558 words in The Gang War, 82 in Thundering Hooves, 634 words in Legal Research. I only have Kindle Unlimited until March 3rd, and that's where the research that I'm doing is currently located, so I'm doing my best to, at the very least, make it through that book before my unlimited subscription runs out. 786 words in TE, 752 in TFL, 534 in PRV, 644 in the JTS rewrite edit, 430 in the Jensens, 156 in Photographs and Memories, 252 in Books and Badges, 120 in Graham, 164 in Z, went to bed at 10, slept like garbage, got back to work around 9, wrote 136 in Pittman's Legend Valiant Fighter, and 44 in King of Darkness, and that brought my total for the 20th to 5,292 words. February 21st, I wrote 3,270 words in the Letters from Madman rewrite edit, went to bed sometime afternoon, up around 10 or so, added 700 words in Legal Research, and that brought my total for the 21st to 3,970 words. On February 22nd, I started with The Gang War, wrote 362 words there. 166 and thundering hooves. I started having internet issues, and that messes with my abilities to open up documents, because sometimes we don't have internet, but like the little, here, this still has the name of the thing, and it pretends that we have internet, but when it does that, Google Docs crashes and breaks consistently until you turn your Wi-Fi off. Because even though we don't have internet at that time, it still pretends that we do, so it tries to connect, but it can't because it's pretending that it does have internet. So even if the document is offline, you cannot access it until you turn your Wi-Fi off. Overall, an annoying process, but whatever. In that case, I had all of my documents offline except for one, and I didn't reach it that day. So it wasn't a huge issue. It was just a constant in and out of internet. So then I couldn't back up any of the things I was writing, which also sucks. And if I had to do research, I couldn't, unless I managed to get on in like a 30-second interval when we actually had internet. But I wrote 298 in TE, 348 in TFL, 360 in PRV, and 1,588, that looks like, in the JTS rewrite edit. Got my internet back around 8 or so, but it was still spotty. 1,396 in the abduction of the Jensens, 172 in photographs and memories, 314 in books and badges, 122 in Graham, 310 in Z, 156 in Pittman's Legend Valiant Fighter. Sorry, I generally don't write down the whole titles of my books, so sometimes I forget what those letters are. And that was the last one that I worked on that day, which brought my total for February 22nd to 5,592 words. On the 23rd, I wrote 122 in King of Darkness, 3,142 in Letters from Madman, 426 in Legal Research, 584 in The Gang War, and that brought my total for the 23rd to 4,274 words. On the 24th, I started with Thundering Hooves and wrote 256 there. Again, started having constant internet issues around 1 a.m., and that has been a common theme since the 22nd. Every single day after my mom goes to sleep, I have internet issues, and the modem and the router are both in here, which is her room, so I can't do anything about it, but that's okay. And started having issues around 1 a.m., wrote 1,632 in TE, 988 in TFL, 1,128 in PRV, 2,094 in the JTS rewrite edit, and then I headed to bed. And then I didn't write anything else after I woke up, so that brought my total for February 24th to 6,098, and my total for the month to 61,242 words. But in regards to the internet issue, it also has prevented me from filming videos. Currently there's a 19-minute video on my iPad that needs to be uploaded to Google Photos, but because the internet is so in and out, it's never in long enough for me to upload it to Photos. And if I just transfer it to the PC and move it to a flash drive, then it's too big to import into the PlayStation to edit on my video app. Because when you put it into Google Photos, it compresses it and makes it a smaller size, which allows me to download it onto the PlayStation. And without that, I can't, which also means I can't edit that video. And I don't need to edit that video right now, but I also can't get it off of my iPad. So I can't record a ton of videos because I won't have a ton of space if I can't upload any of them to Google Photos. And since the internet is so spotty, even if I do manage to get them uploaded, even if I do manage to get them onto a flash drive and onto the PlayStation, I can't upload the damn things because the internet is in and out all the time. And if I upload it on my tablet, every time we lose internet, I have to start over with the video uploading. And if I upload it on my PlayStation, I have to leave the PlayStation on the whole time it's trying to upload. So a 5-minute video might take 18 hours, depending on the internet that day. And it's screwed up my Friday gaming videos, it's screwed up my normal writing videos, it's kept me from filming when I want to, it's kept me from editing videos when I want a way to relax from writing, but still do work stuff instead of like gaming or watching YouTube or Netflix, which I also can't do when there's no internet. My only options recently have been gaming, which I enjoy. It's just that sometimes I need a break from that, especially right now, because for the past 2 days, counting today is day number 2, my dominant thumb has been killing me. I'm not used to this particular pain, but I'm having an issue when my thumb is in a resting mode. So like my normal thumb, it sits like this, whatever, it's fine, that doesn't hurt. But when I do the same thing on this hand, it pulls right around here, and it kind of feels like it wants to go in real fast. But the only way that doesn't happen is if I rest my thumb like this, and that's not a natural resting position unless I hold it there, because that's the relaxed state of my hand. As if right on cue, I ran out of space as I was recording that. But I'm probably going to have to end up buying one of those thumb braces that wraps around your thumb here with a little splint and then wraps around your wrist. Because I can barely get any work done with my thumb like this. I'm managing, but it does hurt a lot. Not as bad as like my joints normally do, but bad enough that like when I'm typing, it doesn't rest normally on the space bar, so it messes up the position of my hands. So then all of my joints on my right hand start hurting because they don't rest on the home row where they should, because my thumb isn't resting on the space bar where it should because it can't. It's just a hassle, but I'm doing what I can. I had planned to finish the Letters from Madman rewrite before the end of the month, and initially that probably would have been possible, but now that I'm spontaneously having this thumb issue, it probably won't be possible, so I guess we'll see. Hopefully you guys will see this video soon. It depends on how uploading goes, and if I can upload it to Google Photos, and if I can download it, and how the internet is, and all of that. In the last 9.5 hours, I've lost the internet like 20 times, so we'll see how things go. But yeah, that's all that I've got for the 19th through the 24th. If you enjoy this video, a like is always appreciated, and if you'd like to stay updated on my writing, my editing, the gaming videos that I upload on Fridays, if my internet would ever cooperate with me, or anything that I do on this channel in between, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages, as well as links to my social media, are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.